We'll start to the upside, up to the metals we go. Metals vol getting juicy again this week, so I guess we're just roaring back to life in the metals and the underlying and indeed in the vol. Metals vol up nearly 4 points just today, 3.95 points, so metals vol getting spicy again. 27.62 is where it's hanging out. That is the high print for the week. The low, 20.98. So you're talking over 6.5 point range in metals CVOL for the week. That is not normal, listeners. This is another wild week. I think we're going to have to talk a little bit of metals on the show today. But before we get there, to the world of energy we go. Energy vol also getting spicy this week. 61.93, so almost 62 right now. Up over 2.5 points just today. If you look at this report, listeners, it will also show you the trend. Energy is one of two buckets we're going to look at here today, where the entire week they've been bidding up vol every session. So that is kind of rare in and of itself. 61.93, that is the high for the week. The low, 53.72. So again, a wild range in the energy CVOL this week as well. Wild stuff. And you know what? Saying don't forget about me, we got the aggregate commodities CVOL. 39.87, up nearly 2.5 points just today. So vol getting spicy in a lot of the areas that we're looking at right now. This is another one where vol has been bid up every session this week. That is the high print for the week. The low, 34.15. So again, over a 5.5 point range just in the commodities CVOL this week. Again, kind of wild. Just when you thought vol was done, maybe vol taking a bit of a hiatus. Nope, getting bid up across the board, including in FX. A land where it goes to die normally. Now, when I say bid up in FX, take that with a grain of salt because we're not talking a huge move. FX CVOL 6.8, up 0.11 today. That is the high print for the week, the low 6.5. So gaining a third of a point in FX vol land is no mean feat. Then to the world of Treasury vol, the Treasury price vol, 456 right now, off about a quarter of a point today. So again, that's a pretty big move for Treasury price vol when you're starting at a baseline of around 4 3/4. That high print was 4.81, the low 4.47. So hanging out towards the lower end of that range right now. Then we have the aggregate CVOL below that, 20.13 right now, off nearly a full point just today. That is the low print for the week, the high 22.41. So they're coming for ags vol this week, and bringing up the bottom of our list is the Treasury yield vol, 86.82, off 6 1/4 points today. That is pretty close to the low level for the week. The low is 83 3/4, the high 93 pretty much exactly. So hanging out towards the lower middle portion of that range. So kind of a wild dichotomy on the vol front. We have a lot of complexes where vol is through the roof, and then the other complexes where vol is going to die.